Toni Braxton cut ties with Tamar after Ashley speaks out. All right, guys, let's get into this. This story is really heartbreaking. The family is falling apart right before our eyes. I mean, it's worse than you could imagine. It's just really, really bad. But today, let's talk about Toni Braxton turning her back on Tamar, saying that she's had enough of Tamar. Now, what's at the root of this problem started back a couple months ago. I believe they filmed this in March, where there was this big scene. They were all talking about Ashley, and it got really, really, really heated. Toni Braxton ended up walking out and not coming back. Producers even debated if they should close down filming. They were going to cancel the show. This is how bad this argument was. Now, if you didn't see it, here's the clip. Let me play this clip and then I'll go into more detail.
We were told that you didn't want to film with us.
Well, you already know why I want to film with y'all.
Wait a minute, hold on.
My niece Ashley, who we love very much, posted her videos on social media with some accusations about our family. My family was a little surprised.
Well, there was a lot going on the internet.
Tamar announced that she would be interviewing our niece Ashley on Tamar's podcast. I didn't think it was a good idea.
I am getting Ashley here. You're not going to make me feel bad about that. I wanted her to come to a safe place to tell her story.
And all of this happened right before we started shooting season 2 of The Braxtons.
Next thing I know, y'all tried to shut down my entire business.
Don't say y'all.
Sending a cease and desist is shutting down my business. Exhibit B. The cease and desist. I got a cease and desist before Ashley was on my podcast. I didn't even say anything. I was not involved in any way, shape, or form.
Now, listen, guys, you know I've been covering the Braxtons for a long time. I've spoke with damn near the whole family. This is very shocking that Toni has jumped on Tawanda's side. I'm shocked. I have known Toni Braxton to be very fair, very level-headed. So to me, this is so out of character for her. We know for a fact that when Ashley started telling her story, she didn't bring other people into it, in which she said that her father took advantage of her in any and every way possible, meaning he was touching her. She even admitted that she repeated the same things that happened to her, she did them to her sister. So she admitted to being a predator towards her sister. Nobody's going to make that up. We also know that she said that Gabe did some very inappropriate things to her, and Trina took it out on Ashley. She started treating Ashley like she was the mistress and did not speak to Ashley after Ashley came forward. She did not speak to Ashley for years. And now they're all ganging up on Ashley, sending her cease and desist and threatening phone calls. They said that her father, Michael Braxton, they call him Mikey. I don't really call him Mikey. I like to call him Michael Jr. because, I don't know, it feels weird calling a grown man Mikey. But anyway, they said he was over the top. He was furious. He cussed her out, something good. Then all of a sudden, she backs away from the subject. And Toni Braxton supported it. Miss Braxton, who I idolized, I love me some Toni Braxton. In fact, I always considered Toni the sane one of the group. So I'm really baffled how you could be so upset with someone sharing their story. That's her story. You want to silence her? I really, in all the years I've been covering them, never known Toni to be this way. But they say she is going through a lot of personal problems right now. They're saying that she's actually broke again, even though she allegedly got paid $600,000 for doing 8 episodes of The Braxtons season 2. Now, to a lot of people, that sounds like a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money for Toni Braxton. And you know how the internet is. Once they hear something about you, they immediately get into your business. Now, according to the internet, they're saying that Toni Braxton married Birdman for his money. Now, I don't know that to be true or not because I really respect Toni Braxton, but this is what the internet's saying. They're saying that he really wooed her, pursued her, bought her a $2 million, wow, a $2 million engagement ring, a Bentley truck, and I believe it was worth maybe $300,000.
Spitting this shit. And spitting this shit. And spin a check and get it right back. Get your life. I get some nice gifts, Toni Braxton, but I do get exclusive, but I don't get stuff that ain't out yet. Come on, Jesus. Spitting this shit. And spitting this shit. And spin a check and get it right back. Get your life. I get some nice gifts, Toni Braxton, but I do get exclusive, but I don't get stuff that ain't out yet. Come on, Jesus.
Now, they're saying that Birdman presents himself as if he's a billionaire, but he's not a billionaire at all. Rumor has it he lost a home last year to foreclosure. Now, they're saying that Birdman had a balloon payment. A balloon payment is an agreement that you work out with the lender, which you will start out paying a very small amount, but slowly increasing it to a bigger amount. And people do this when they anticipate making more money. The only problem with that, if you don't make more money, you fall into foreclosure. And the public knew nothing about this until Rick Ross, who was feuding with Drake, outed him.
There seems to be a feud going on between Rick Ross and Drake, and seems like Birdman has been dragged into the conversation. Ross stated that Drake should have helped Birdman rather than allowing his friend to go into foreclosure on his former Star Island mansion in Miami. I did a bit of digging and searching and researching and found out some information regarding this quote-unquote foreclosure. So here's the truth about the foreclosure. The attorney for rapper Birdman, aka Brian Williams, decided to set the record straight back in 2018. Outlets reported that the Cash Money CEO had been forced out of his Miami Beach, Florida home and had his personal property confiscated. Now, Williams bought the mansion, which was built in 2004, from Rockstar Energy drink founder Russell Weiner for $14.25 million. Back in 2011, Birdman paid mostly cash, over $9 million in cash, and took out a $5 million mortgage. Since the home was trashed when he bought it, Williams spent a few millions to renovate the place into a baller's paradise with lots of marble and chrome and custom lighting and textured animal print wallpaper. He even added 2 golden toilets at $50,000 a piece. Now, when a balloon payment on the $5 million loan came due, Williams decided to refinance the loan with another private lender. And this is where the troubles started. The lender turned a $5 million residential mortgage for some reason into a $12 million commercial mortgage. Not sure how or why they did that. And then charged a 24% penalty fee, all in violation of state and federal law.
In other words, he tried to secure other loans to pay for that loan and eventually couldn't pay anybody back and lost the house to foreclosure. And this isn't the only home he lost to foreclosure.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today we are at the abandoned Birdman mansion. I mean, y'all see the water right here? It looks like a slime green. And then back to the main first floor, second floor area of the house. All right, guys, this is the exploring and touring the abandoned Birdman mansion, man.
Now, if these rumors are true and she married Birdman for his money, then she certainly got fooled. He has no money. And she's been complaining about how her sisters, everyone but Tamar, is not helping her with her mother, take care of their mother in 2025. She complained about it years ago. She's complaining about it again. They're really saying that she's in desperate need of money. And of course, nobody's helping her but Tamar. And I believe that's why Tamar pulled that stupid stunt, if you ask me, with Funky Dineva. Now, let's be real. What Tamar did, was it that bad? When you've got so many reality TV stars putting out fake storylines for money? She probably thought, let me get in on the action, throw a couple lies out there, and really make sure that this album brings me in the money that I need. Because, they're putting Tamar on blast saying that she's homeless and she goes from different people's homes spending the night. She doesn't own a home of her own. So is what she did with Funky Dineva so bad? I don't know. I'll let you guys be the judge. In the meantime, she has the whole family coming out against her for supporting Ashley. And let's not forget, Tamar already admitted publicly. She was forced to admit it because Tawanda told Iyanla, but she already admitted that she was touched in her childhood. Now, thank God that Tamar is not letting that stop her from supporting Ashley.
That's that on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here like, oh, I think that she did it, or I just think, no, 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 no. This is another person's journey and what they're going through and their experience. And guess what? I still stand by what I said. I think that she's courageous. You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing that has ever worked for me in my life is being myself. And it took a while for me to be comfortable with myself. And I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I'm heterosexual. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I can't imagine how difficult it would be for somebody in that situation to want to be themselves and say, look, yo, this is me, accept me for who I am or not. You know what I'm saying? So, how dare she, me, or anyone else stop somebody from living their best life, period. And that's all I have to say about that. I still stand by what I say. She's courageous. Kudos to her. And I hope there's more people who are going to support her than down her. I hope there's more people who come out and be healed by her story. I hope there's more people who come out and live their best life and live by their true selves, other than live a lie, fall into depression, add more mental health, to their situation, or anything. Yes, anything negative like that. I hope there are more people who are healed and that are helped by her story than people that are angry and upset and can't deal with somebody's truth.
Now, shout out to Jason Lee for that interview, who I love. I don't care what y'all say. I love and support Jason Lee. He's probably one of the smartest bloggers I've ever met. He really, really is. But I appreciate Tamar coming out, still supporting Ashley, not being swayed by the family. They are really pressuring her, really, really pressuring her. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that Ashley seems to be doing just fine. Now, we haven't heard from her since the family since the father cussed her out and sent her a cease and desist. We haven't heard from her. But she posted this to her social media 7 days ago. Now, it looks like Ashley's doing just fine. She's on vacation. Porter Rafty, and it looks like she's got herself a little boo thing, okay? We're not mad at you, Ashley, but this is what she wrote in the description. She said, "It is so nice to be able to heal with someone who gets you, someone who has been through the same generational cycles as you, and someone who fought hard just like you to be something more than just a statistic. But most importantly, we came out on top. 1,000,000 lessons learned, and NGL, we had a ball. The Greeks treated us like goddesses, and we loved it. 5 days of heaven." And what I love so much about that message is she's showing that she's moving forward and she's healing. That's the most important thing, is that she heals. Now, as far as Toni Braxton's concerned, Toni, you're my girl, but what you doing? You should know, anytime you follow after Tawanda and Trina, it always ends up bad. So maybe I don't know, tied her up and put her in a corner. I don't know why Toni Braxton would be so much against a person speaking their truth and trying to heal. But that doesn't mean I don't like Toni anymore. I think we can agree to disagree and, keep looking into this story. But Toni, I hope that you can get some help from Trina and Tawanda for taking care of your mother. Now, the rumor is they got paid $250,000 a piece, talking about Trina and Tawanda. And maybe they can take some of it and help their dear mother instead of milking Toni Braxton dry. I also hope that Tamar and Toni can come to some kind of understanding. And as far as Tamar Braxton, I'm softening, you guys. I thought what she did with Funky Dineva was just outrageous and stupid and dumb, but I'm softening on her again. I can't help it. You guys know I don't hold grudges long, and thank you for coming forward for all victims. Also, this is part one in a series of videos that I'm doing on the Braxtons. There's just so much that the public doesn't know about them, and it's just time to talk about it. So that's what I'm going to do. So don't forget to be looking out for part two. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Until next time, bye for now.
That's that on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here like, oh, I think that she did it, or I just think, no, 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 no. This is another person's journey and what they're going through and their experience. And guess what? I still stand by what I said. I think that she's courageous.